Chapter 45. Everyone sleeps except me and Nene. He sits between his parents' exhausted bodies, their hands clasped together like a protective barrier, so they will sense if he gets up, walks away. I stare at him as he looks around the cave, as he studies Jose Antonio on the far side, Gancho next to them. Then he looks at his parents, puts his face right up to his father's to see if he's really sleeping. He switches to his mother, pats her head. Then he looks at me and waves, but I don't wave back. He waves again, but I don't wave back. He waves, he reaches behind him and retrieves a small rubber ball. He points to it, then to me. ¿Quieres jugar? He whispers. Then I don't answer. He stares at me like he's trying to decide something. Maybe he wonders if I'm dead. He puts the ball down on the ground in front of him and rolls it to me. I watch as the dirty pink ball, the color of a tongue, slowly rolls in my direction. I watch it as it stops in front of me, and it looks at me, expectantly waiting for me to reach for it and roll it back, but I don't. He smiles at me, points at the ball like maybe I haven't seen it. When I still don't move, he whispers, "Come on, it's right there." When I still do nothing, he stares to stand to retrieve it, but even in sleep, his mother's arm presses down on him and prevents him from getting up. He scowls at me, and I think, good, he should know there are mean people in this world. But then, the more I stare at him, the more I picture Chico and my father looking down at me, and tears well up in my eyes. Was that who I was? Was that who I'd always been? Or was that who I was becoming? I don't know. I don't remember who I was, or who I am now. The trip has erased so much from my mind, and all that's left in there is La Bestia, and exhaustion, and the ghost voices, and Chico's death. I stare at Nene at the way he stares at the ball, and I watch as my dirty hand, reaches out, claps it, and rolls it back. His face transforms, and he looks so happy. My heart aches, my heart, that thumping thing in there, that feels too much, that artist heart, that is a curse. And before the ball has even reached Nene, I turn my back to him, and I stare at the dull gray of the cave. Gracias, he says, and I try to unhear his gentle voice. I try to will my ears up all of me to stop functioning. The gray gets darker and darker until at the yellow of the sun has disappeared and night begins to fall. Let's go, Gancho tells everybody. Hurry up, get up, we have to walk all night. McKinney's eyes look at me. Two more nights, Pulga, that's it. Just 2 more nights. Until what? I want to ask her what impossible future is on the other side of 2 nights. But instead I just nod, strap on my backpack, and follow everyone outside the cave, kicking the can of the tuna aside with whatever bit of strength I have left.